Hey friends. Hey. Welcome in guys. I feel like I need to get one thing. Hang on. Trying out this new microphone. And I think I need to prop it up a little bit. Can you guys let me know in the chat if you can see me or hear me okay? Might have to adjust the volume here. Can you guys hear me? Hi Adele, happy November. Hi Mary Kelts. Hey Jennifer K. Yeah, guys, I've been sitting here procrastinating on editing videos, and I'm like, you know what? Just go. I think I'm just gonna go live. I think for the next week or two, I have so much going on, and I'm like, I have like a lot of energy, and just like my head is just like so full with stuff that is like I find it really painful to just sit at the computer and edit right now. I think also because I'm on the computer so much getting all the new website stuff done and getting stuff in the Etsy store. It's like a lot of computer time just sitting. And so then to like sit and edit, I'm just like, I can't. It's like I gotta get up. I'm like I'm like bursting with energy. It's like it's so funny. It also like fall is it feels like winter's not coming right now. I mean, it's so nice. It's so sunny. So I'm also like, I haven't started going into that like slow down mode that I typically start to feel during when it's getting cold in winter. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do some pop-up lives, like maybe even every day. I'll just pop on and just whoever's here can hear what I have to say. But let me know if this new microphone is working okay. You know, I tell you guys all the time, I really don't like looking back at my videos. Part of it is just like my mentality. Like I don't like to like look backwards. Like I'm a very like forward, like I'm always thinking forward, moving forward. And so that's kind of part of it. It's like I don't want to go back and because I can't change it. Like the live is done. And so why go back and like critique it? I can't. But then I was like, let me just check the audio. And oh my gosh, I kept hitting that little thing. And I mentioned it to my husband. I'm like, oh man, that microphone, like it has kind of a funny sound, like a very kind of hollow sound. And I'm always moving and touching and adjusting. And it's like I kept hitting it. And he goes, well, why don't you use that really nice microphone that we got you for your YouTube channel for Christmas? And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So I pulled my new microphone out of the box, guys. I'm like, yeah, I probably should have been using that other microphone. But it's like, it's kind of high tech. It has all these things. It has a little thing where I can plug the headphones in. I think I can even Bluetooth it. So I need to actually sit and read the manual, but I just plugged it in real quick to check it. And I'm like, I think it's working fine. But anyway, yeah. Let me just check the chat really quick to say hi to everyone. First, let me just do a quick welcome. Hello, Sheree here. Welcome to my live chat. Today is Tuesday, November 1st, and this live chat started at 2:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're here November 1st, a little after 2:15, you are live. Welcome. My current time says 2:19 p.m. to be exact as I'm speaking. So welcome. If you are not here at that time, you are watching the replay. Welcome to the replay. I hope you will enjoy it, and I appreciate you clicking the button and watching the live chat. Now, if you're here during the live chat and you're a subscriber, you're able to chat live with us in a little live chat box. If you're not a subscriber, well, you probably just like to watch anyway and not chat. So yeah, enjoy. But feel free to hit the subscribe button and then you can be a part of the live chat during the next live stream, okay? All right, so I'm gonna do some quick highs. I got down to Jennifer. Hi, Lisa Acosta. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know, Lisa, that you got your fabric. And yeah, I appreciate that. Annette Williams 375, my fabulous channel member. Hello. Gwendolyn Johnson, Cynthia Allen, I see you. Patricia Dennis, Diane 2, Linda Thompson, the fab. Listen, if I showed you all of this, yeah, I'm kind of a fabric girl if you haven't. This is like my personal fabric, but this is shop fabric. So yeah. Anyway, I keep all the shop inventory. I actually have a wine room. I have a little wine cellar. I think the previous owners or the people who built the house really enjoyed wine. So I have this wine room that has this beautiful wrought iron door with like a keypad lock. They probably had some expensive wine in there. Maybe they had children. I don't know. I don't drink that much wine. And so I turned the wine room in. That's actually where I store my business fabrics. I have shelves all around and it's filled with fabric instead of wine. So I always chuckle when I go back there. It's like the little treasure. But anyway, I said hi to Diana. Shirley Tucker, hello. Oh, thank you for letting me know the mic is clear. I think this is going to be better. I hope it's a better quality sound. I will listen back because the lighting, all those things okay, but I feel like when the audio is off, I have the equipment, y'all. I have all the stuff. My family they bought me so much like YouTube stuff for Christmas that I still haven't taken out of the box, all the different lights and stuff. So I do need to start like use what you got, right? Using all the assets, right? So who else is here? Evelyn Craddock Sherman, hello. Brenda S. says, I'm just popping in to say hello. Wish I could stay. I'll watch the fun chat later. Have a great day. You have a great day too, Brenda. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. I see Jay Mannon. I see Anita McBee. I see Anna Lulu, Vanessa Knight, Gail Williams, Linda Thompson. A little wine and lots of fabric sounds like heaven. Yeah, I'm always going to want more fabric than wine, but the little wine thing that I have upstairs in the dining room holds enough wine. And my husband's Bavarian. He's a German boy, right? So he comes from a beer family. They owned a brewery for over a century, his family. So he's a beer guy. So we have wine here and there. And when we entertain, but not enough to fill like a full-blown wine cellar. It's hysterical. But yeah. And I see Nitty T, another fabulous channel member. All right. So I'm glad some of you were here. I'm like, gosh, you're just popping up in the middle of the day. You might be there by yourself. So I am glad that some people were online. Yes, Diane too says, click the like button. Do me a favor. If you're in here and you came to see me, click the like button. It's for free. Whether you're a subscriber or not, it's for free. So click the like button. And I'm just going to hop right into it because I really don't want to be on here for more than an hour. I do have some things I want to share with you guys, though. And I was it started because this box came and I was about to open. I'm like, oh, I should film it. I'm like, you're not going to edit it. So that's what prompted me to go live. Because I'm going to open my fabric haul box with you guys. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I'm working on. Yeah, and a couple of things that I found as I'm trying to I'm rearranging my sewing room again. I decided to bring my desktop, my iMac, into the sewing room. I had it just on the other side of my sewing room. I have like another little nook there. That's where I have my quilting machine. I have a little built-in cabinet where I keep like my books and like my special fabrics and stuff, and some other kind of crafts, my paper craft tools, some jewelry making stuff. It's all in that little nook. And I got another little desk that was kind of floating there that I had my iMac on. I said, you know what? I want to be able to eventually do some live stream chats, like just sit down chit chats using my iMac. And so I decided to go ahead and move that into my sewing room. And one of the reasons why I didn't use that earlier in the year, because when my son is home, I don't know what happened there. It just all of a sudden dropped. So hopefully it won't happen again. That's one of the problems. But I bought, oh, did I unplug it? Oh, I think I unplugged the booster. I did bring a Wi-Fi booster in here because that's one thing. My sewing room is like the furthest room away from my where the Wi-Fi thing is all set up. So it's one of the downfalls of, and like my house is stone, really thick walls. So that's one of the downfalls. So I brought a Wi-Fi booster in here, but I wanted to plug something else up and I unplugged it. I need to remember to keep that plugged in, especially when I'm live streaming down here. But it looks like you guys can see me again. I'm not sure why that happened. But anyway, I was saying that's one of the reasons why I was always doing it upstairs in the dining room because it's closer to the whole Wi-Fi setup. And when my son's home, he games down here. And y'all know, like the gamers, they just take up a lot of bandwidth. And then you can hear him clickety clacking. So I love working when I can hear him, but it's a little distracting. And then my husband's music room's over there. It's like a lot goes on here in the evenings in the basement when everyone is home. So I think if I can get this to work in my sewing room where I can close the door, then I can be down here and do my live streams in the basement. But anyway, okay, I'm glad you guys can see me. Let's hop into it before anything else happens. Let me know in the chat, are you guys sewing? What's everyone doing today? I love this life of like work from home, part-time, my little consulting and fabric shop hustles are just perfect for me because I set my own schedule. So it's kind of fun to just pop up and go live at 2:00 in the afternoon, right? I'm supposed to be working out right now. I've been trying to set my workouts to always be at 2 p.m. so I don't miss it. Because I'd be like, oh, I'm going to work out in the morning. I'm going to do this. And it's like, no, just set a time. It's part of my little ritual. But the Peloton class that I want to do today is in the evening. So that's also why I'm like, oh, I'm going to wait and do that evening class because it's with one of my favorite instructors. So I got some time. So first thing I want to show you guys is just a couple, my Etsy customers have been back. They like saw that Sheree's shop is open again. They've been going bananas in there. And so I've been processing orders every day. I had a 20% off sale running. It was like an Etsy little campaign that I joined. I'm going to actually end that today. But a lot of people have been taking advantage of that. So I've been spending actually a good amount of time every day listing in the shop, but also processing orders. The other thing I've been working on, I told you guys I'm getting my little handmade shop ready to reopen. And I wanted to have some more aprons. So I pulled out some of my gorgeous Tula Pink laminated fabrics. So these are going to be the last round of laminated cotton aprons that I'll make. I have a bunch already made up. And I have, of course, some canvas and regular cotton ones. But I thought this would be a couple fun ones, especially for gardeners with the little squirrel on there. And then I pulled these fabrics. These are going to be the last fabrics that I pull to do a few more kind of like fallish. Look at that fun apple print. Then, of course, I have the bananas, some lemons. And then for the little girls, I found this cupcake print in my stash. I'm going to sew that up. And then I have this other apple. This is like apple pear. So I'm going to get those. I think Thursday will be like apron sewing day. And then I got to go full force and like get product pictures finished up and start listing that because there's a promotion on Etsy that's going to start soon. I'm going to join that campaign, like a pre-Christmas shopping campaign. So I got to get all of that stuff. Some stuff is just waiting, but I have a lot of stuff that I got to get new pictures of. So yeah, working on that. And then I told you guys about update. I've added, I think I counted, I think I added almost 400 new listings to the Etsy store since I opened it. And I can't even tell you how many hundreds more. But I did get some new charm packs in. I have a lot of new fabric coming in. These are Cape Facets, 10-inch charm packs. So I listed those and I pulled one of each for me because I think when I give myself permission to make another quilt, I'm going to use these. I have a quilt pattern sketch that I want to try with these. So yeah, I got a lot of like just random stuff. These will just be things that I'll just trinkle in, like the little quilts. I'm going to trinkle those in when I just need like a break, you know what I mean? Like I just need to like, cause I never sit and just make a whole quilt. But that'll be like a good kind of like, cause it's going to be a lot of repetitive sewing. And so I need that kind of like, I'm thinking a lot right now. Like my brain is like running. And so I need these kind of like just calm down, just put some music on and not think too much kind of projects. So those are going to be perfect. And there are a lot of prints in here that I've never like seen before. I've had a lot of Cape Facet prints, but when they put these charm packs in, I think they go deep into the bulk because I'm like, I've never seen this print before. So I'm excited about that. Here's another combination of fabrics that I put together. I've been listing the fabrics, and then I think that's one of, to me, I told you guys that's how I got started with Etsy, because I was like putting these bundles together, and I personally like to mix lines when I do quilts. I mean, yeah, you can use all Tula pinks, but it's kind of fun to mix it with other people. So this is a mixture of Amy Butler fabrics and Anna Maria Horner fabrics. The Amy Butler fabrics, of course, are out of print. Well, even the Anna Marias. But look at how great the colors are together. And they're all different fabric lines too. Like they're not a part of the same collection, but I feel like this is a collection. So I pulled these because this is going to be another quilt. I have another really easy quilt design that I have sketched out, and I pulled these to do that. This was the one, really. It has look at these colors. I just think these are so pretty. I kind of want some pajamas made out of this. Isn't that pretty? And I'm not even like a purple person. I need to just stop saying what I'm not, because I love all the things clearly, right? I see a bunch more people came in. Let me say some highs. Let me see. I have my iPad here, so let me see if I can scroll back on this. Oh, yeah, it's working today. Who else came in here? I saw Cynthia Allen before. Yolanda Barnes. I don't know if I said hi to you before, but hello. Carol Pringle, hello. Evelyn says, I have never sewn with laminated fabric, but plan on making me an apron for gardening. What kind of needle do you use when sewing? I use just a standard universal sharp, but I do change my foot on the sewing machine. The metal foot, the regular metal foot, will stick to your laminated fabric when you're sewing it with right sides out. When you're sewing it with the laminated sides facing, you're sewing through cotton, so it just kind of goes through. But when you turn things inside out and you want to do like top stitching, you do want to change your foot to kind of a clear or Teflon non-stick foot. So yes. So my machines have come with them. Some of those sewing machines that I reviewed, the 4, many of those also came with a Teflon foot. That Madam Sews 32-piece presser foot set that I shared and gave away, I think Mia won that. Books for Mia won that. That had that specialty foot in there. So that's the only thing you need. When you're doing aprons, the way I'm doing them with the laminated cotton, you don't even actually need to, you don't really need to change your needle, because let me show you. So, right, this is all the laminated cotton, right? All of this here. But all the edges are going to be covered with regular cotton for me. So my needle and the presser foot will always come in contact with just the cotton. So I just cut and make my own binding. my bias tape. You know, I find a fabric that coordinates and I make the bias tape. And that's what I'm edging everything in. The neck will be out of that and the ties will be out of it. So I actually, when I'm sewing aprons like this, I don't even change the presser foot even because I don't need to. But if you were making like a tote bag, when I make my tote bags and I turn it right side out to top stitch, I change my presser foot. I hope that helps. Okay. So yeah, Evelyn, I hope that helps. Michelle Nichols, hello. Lisa Acosta said, I started for the first time the pinwheel blocks for a quilt. That's a great quilt block. Hi, Trina Asbury. Made by Pam, hello. So, all right, guys. So let me, Evelyn says, I'm working, but want to be sewing. I know. Jay Manna says she's cutting out a Christmas quilt. Awesome. Gwendolyn is rearranging her clothes. That's another project that I'm steadily working on. You have your booster outside your sewing room. Yeah. Yeah, it can be tough, especially when you want to close the door. And I do this booster that I have, it does have the option to plug directly in and use it like a landline. So I think that's what I'll do when I go live on that iMac. And it'll be great because then I can still have my background, but hopefully with a landline feed and not like the Wi-Fi feed, I won't have any drop issues. We'll see. All right, so I talked about that. The next thing I'm going to share with you guys is this is going to be my next sewing project this week. So this is a part of my Style Arc capsule wardrobe, the Bonita dress. I'm going to make the dress. And I know it doesn't have sleeves, right? But when I shared these patterns with you guys, I told you I don't want this pattern to be for one season, right? This capsule, because I'm sewing so many pieces. So I want to have some pieces that will span like all the seasons. So this will be one of those items, right? And when I'm home with the heat on, this is totally fine for me to wear in the house. And it'll actually be a great like 4-season item for me. I might alter the sleeves and kind of bring them in so that they're not all loose. So then if I want to put like a loose cardigan or something over, I can do that easily with the sleeves. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm going to start that. And I pulled this fabric. Originally, I had this fabric with my vintage capsule wardrobe. But I pulled this because I'm pulling a few more kind of like these charcoaly black gray fabrics in. And I had that one sweater knit. So I was like, you know what? This will work with both capsule wardrobes, but I'm going to go ahead and use the Style Arc one. That's what I'm thinking. I love this fabric so much. I shared this fabric with you guys already. This is from Fabric Mart Fabrics. Pretty sure. All right, and then I pulled out, I'm still pulling fabrics and trying to make the final decisions on the vintage capsule wardrobe. And I'm pulling out, I have bags and bags of vintage buttons that I bought years ago, like on eBay and stuff. And I decided that I'm going to try and use as many vintage buttons as possible when I'm sewing that vintage collection. So I'm pulling out all these really cool, this was 10 cents back then. Can you imagine paying 10 cents? Buttons are expensive nowadays. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like really good buttons can get quite expensive. So I love finding, well, I don't know if they started increasing the prices on eBay. But I probably paid like $5 for this bag of vintage buttons. But I think, like with the vintage patterns, look at these. They're so good. They're so much better quality than the new buttons that they're making too. This one, when it was first put out, was 29 cents for the 4 buttons. And it says styled in Hollywood, made in the USA. How often do you see that, right? But I have a lot of great colors. And some of them are used, so that's what I'm doing now. I have a bunch of tops. If you remember, I pulled a bunch of vintage top patterns for that capsule wardrobe. So I've made the selections for the top fabrics that I'm going to be using. So I'm sitting here going through buttons. I'm just, because my brain is like, it's so full right now, I'm just like hopping all over the place, thinking about so many different things. And so it's fine. I'm allowing myself to just do the different things as I see fit. So I'm going to catch up on the chat and then I'm going to show you guys the next thing. I think I said hi to Michelle Nichols. Made by Pam. Yes, I said hi to you. Hey, Vanessa Jones. I should tell you guys. All right, guys. You guys want to know what happened with the sewing machines? The sewing machine giveaway? How many sewing machines do you guys think I ended up giving away? It turned into a whole thing, y'all. It turned into a whole thing. And when I got off the live, I felt like I was like really clear and that I had really like done the best that I could, right? But boy, it turned into a thing. So I thought I was pretty clear that, you know, I was pulling like backup winners. So I pulled Halamat first, but that was like a new name to me. And I told you guys I was totally behind in the comments. So that was someone who had just started coming in, commenting on the channel, like during National Sewing Month. And I hadn't seen their comments yet. So I wasn't really sure, you know, like, was it a real person? Because it was, you know, it's also, you know, it's an unusual name for me. And I hadn't seen it before, right? And I know sometimes people will just comment, but they didn't know the rules or, right, that they had to be in the US. So I wasn't sure. But that was the original grand prize winner. And then I said, I'm going to go ahead and pull backups in case this person lives outside the country and they can't receive it, or they never claim their prize, so that I wouldn't have to come back and do this redraw again, right? I thought it was clear. So I said, right? So then Linda was the like runner up who would get a sewing machine if Halamat didn't claim hers, right? And then I pulled a third backup in case Linda didn't claim it. Turns out Linda was in the chat. We got really excited. We congratulate Linda. And it partly is my fault because I was like so caught up in the fact that she was there live and I was so excited. Maybe I wasn't emphasizing enough that was like the backup. Well, and then I gave away the second sewing machine and Vanessa won that one and she's gifting that to her daughter. Well, lo and behold, I heard from Halamat and Pilar, who was like the second runner up. And then I felt bad because I was like, I think I was clear. But I ended up giving away 4 sewing machines, y'all. Because I was like, I didn't know what to do. It was just like, you know, maybe the heavens meant that 4 people would get sewing machines. Because, like, what are the odds? And so, yeah, all 4 of you who won sewing machines, your sewing machines have been ordered, and you will start to get them soon. And hopefully you will enjoy them and you will sew lots of things with them and you will share with us what you're sewing, etc. So yeah, that was a whole thing, y'all. Can you imagine? I was just like, I'm not going to go into the details. And I'm like, I think I was pretty clear. But then I was just like, you know what? I could bless the people and so I bless the people. And so I'm just, I was not expecting, I was like, maybe that's why you chose 4 sewing machines. I don't know. But anyway, and so 4 people are getting new sewing machines, y'all. But it should be fun. And I do. It seems like all four of them, well, Vanessa's daughter will be new to sewing. Vanessa will be teaching her. And then the other three people, like, they needed sewing machines, it sounds like. And so, yeah, I was kind of like, I'm going to stick with that. I was just like, you know what? Send the people the sewing machines. So I felt like that was like my Christmas in November, October. Oh my gosh. But I think we had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. And I feel like it's like a great time to get a new sewing machine, right? Hopefully they will really put it to great use and really have a lot of fun making, right? I mean, at the end of the day, for me, that's all I really wanted out of National Sewing Month, was just to inspire as many people as possible to just be creative and try to sew something, even if it's just a set of napkins, right? But I think sewing, and I'm going to say it, y'all know I love gardening, but I feel like sewing is, for me, has been such a pivotal part of my life. I've been sewing for so long, and I know for a fact sewing kept me out of trouble, because I was a little precocious, and it settled my mind. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, but you're a science. And it's like, I feel like it really kept me right brain, left brain balanced. It can be as analytical and as complicated as you want it to be. It can be super simple. I love sewing. And yes, I love fabric. That's a great side. That's a great, little side effect of sewing is, my gosh, you get to play with all the fabric. But no, I really do love it. And I feel like, you think about how empowering a sewing machine is, right? I mean, if you're in a situation where you need to earn some money, you can do some alterations for people. You can sew things and sell it. If you just need to save money, you can start to sew some of the things that you would ordinarily buy, right? I love sewing. I really do. And so I felt a little bit like, gosh, you really botched that giveaway. But at the same time, I was really excited that I could like share the love of sewing and the gift of sewing with 4 new people. And so 3 of the people who are getting them don't have sewing machines. And then the one, Linda, you guys heard her say she really needed an she's been sewing on the same sewing machine since, I think she said 1981 or something. So yeah, I feel like, well, it's not for me to judge anyway, but I feel like they're going to people who will really use the sewing machine and who really needed the sewing machine. So, but I don't know. Y'all know how that works, right? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's see what you guys are saying. I forgot. I've never updated you guys about that. But yeah, it turned into a whole thing. Let me see. Diane too says old buttons are so much fun. They are. There's so many I have so many beautiful buttons. I gotta start using them. I have so many really cool buttons. Trina Asbury is working on a cardigan. You guys guessed it. You guys were like 4. A lot of you guessed 4. You guys probably saw in that giveaway, like, Sheree, you setting yourself up or something. Oh my gosh. That was hysterical. My husband laughed so hard. He was like, I think you knew you were going to give away 4 sewing machines to begin with. Because why did you pick 4? I'm like, I don't know, but I wasn't planning on giving away 4. Lisa Casa, awesome. Gail Williams. I feel they were so excited, right? I mean, the emails that we've been exchanging, I feel like they're so excited to have a sewing machine. And I remember that feeling. I can remember as a little girl wanting a sewing machine for so long. And then when my mother finally realized, like, oh no, she really wants a real sewing machine, it was just like, it opened up my imagination in so many ways and my creativity. I know I know I am. I'm a great chemist. I was just saying, not egotistically, but I'm like, I'm really good in the lab. I'm really good at making things. I'm really good at like that process, like backtracking, synthesizing, imagining. And those skills were honed through sewing, like just looking at a blank piece of fabric. You know, very early on, I started sewing without patterns, just like putting my clothes down and cutting them out and figuring out like a better way. You guys know how the pattern directions could be. But me figuring out better ways and cleaner ways to do things, right? And so yeah, I love the whole process of sewing. Um, I better stop. I could go on and on. Valerie Sanders, hello. Nice to see you. Yeah, Patricia Dennis. I think they're gonna put them to great use. I really do. I'm excited to hear from them, like after they got it. Vanessa and I know I should have waited and done that. I mean, but again, you know, I'm a mess. Fourth, yeah, you're almost 60. It really, I think for people who have the desire to sew, right? When you get that sewing machine, it's like it just opens up a world. It opens up such a world of creativity and fun. But anyway, let me get back on track because I'm going to be on here philosophizing about the benefits of sewing. I'm going to show you guys really quickly. This is like my fabric haul from my stash. As I was cleaning out this one area of my basement storage, I found this one box that I thought it was mislabeled. It was supposed to have Christmas ornaments in it. It had fabric in it, y'all. It had some Christmas ornaments in it, but the bottom it had fabric. So I pulled out all this fabric and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to incorporate this into my fall sewing. So look at this. I'm pretty certain that all these fabrics are from Joann Fabrics and from my favorite fabric store back in Michigan, Haberman's. I know that that's where these two are from. So this is one here. I think this is really cool. This is like black and cream. And these are all knits. So they're going to go great in my capsule wardrobes. A couple of these I'm going to pull to put into my vintage capsule wardrobe. And then the others I'm going to pull and put into my secret third capsule wardrobe that I haven't told you guys the theme for that yet, but I'm going to use some of these fabrics. Look at this pixelated blue and green and white floral. This is definitely from Joann's. I saw the Joann's, you know how they put their little name on the side. So this one is from Joann's. This one is from Haberman's. Look at these colors. This is going to go into the vintage one. Look at that. I love this. I love these colors. I always pick these kind of fabrics, but honestly, I haven't sewn with many of these kind of prints, but I'm going to use this one. I have plenty of this one. My issue with this one is for the side seams, you need to like match your seams. And then it's like, because the repeat is so big, you end up like using up a lot of fabric. So I got to find the right thing for this where, I don't like to be wasteful, but this is a really good fabric. This one also is from Haberman's, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is design. No, this is from Joann's. It's a Nicole Miller. Look at that. Joann's always puts their little thing on there. I don't know if they still sell. I don't know if they still sell the Nicole Miller collection. Do you guys know? Do they still sell? This is such a great quality fabric. And I was always excited with the Nicole Miller because Nicole Miller is a brand that I would buy ready to wear. And so when they came out with their patterns and fabrics, I usually bought a good amount of them. And I've sewn with some of them before. But I found this one. This is also like a black and kind of a taupey color. I think I might put this one in the Style Arc because I have that charcoaly gray sweater knit. So actually, let me put that over here so I don't forget to put that with it. And then this one here, you guys know how I feel about red. Look at this red and blue. And it's also, when I first saw this one, I thought it was a rayon, but this is also a stretch knit. It's a knit, y'all. And I don't know. I think this is another Nicole Miller. I don't know. It doesn't have anything on it. So it's either from when I was buying knits during this time, I was only buying from Joann's and Haberman. So I know it's from one of those two stores. But I'm not exactly sure. But look at how fantastic this is. So excited about that one. I don't know where I'm going to put this one. This one might go into that third capsule. It could go into the vintage because you know I'm using a lot of red. This one here, this is probably my least favorite. I think I probably bought it because I like the colors and I was trying to force myself to do something different. But you guys know, it's not a floral. But it's okay. I just have to think about, see, I don't feel like that looks that great up against my face. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to use this for. I had to think about that one. It's the only one. I mean, I do love the color story there, though. Maybe I'll put this one in the Style Arc one, too. I do have a couple more knits. And then I can put like a sweater on top of it that'll kind of calm that down. I don't know. And then here's the final one that I'm like, girl, you just had this fabric sitting in a box? Look at this knit, y'all. Look at this knit. Again, it's more of a geometric. It's a sweater knit. I don't know what happened again. I have to say this is a great thing with StreamYard though, because I think if I was just live in YouTube, it would have just ended it. So StreamYard lets me just pop right back in there. This is awesome. But yeah, I got to remember to plug my thing back in. But look at this. I don't know if it's picking up, but in person, this fabric looks so expensive. Like, oh my gosh. And so I don't know. I might put this in the Style Arc one too. I might swap something out because it has those colors that I'm already using. Can you guys see me back? Let me know if you can see me back because I'm talking. I can see me back and I can see you guys. Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, I think I'm back. I think I'm back for you guys. Yeah? So anyway, that was my like, it was like finding a hidden treasure. I'm like, what is this fabric doing in the bottom of this box? You know, our moves have always been company moves, and so we're never actually allowed to pack our own stuff. Like movers have to come in and pack everything. The company pays for everything, which is great, but that means that they just pack how they want to pack. And so usually when we move, and especially this trip, because my husband had already come out and he was actually living in the house while we were still in Michigan for a while because my daughter was a senior in high school. So we bought the house, closed on it, and then we did like a small move of things, you know, bed, couple things so he could be in here and stop. He was like living in a hotel and then coming back to Michigan on the weekends before. And so I had packed some things myself that I put on that first go round. And I don't know why I was like randomly putting things together. I think I used the fabric to cushion some of the Christmas things that were like treasures to me that I didn't want to risk them packing. It also always takes forever to unpack all the stuff because they use so much paper. It's like, whoo, company move. I mean, it's great because I don't pay, but it's like a nightmare unpacking and then getting rid of all the packing stuff. But anyway, I think that's why this was packed like this and it was hidden all that time. Gwendolyn Johnson says she can't see me. Gwendolyn, I think you might not be live. I had popped off, but then I'm back. But if you're a little bit delayed in the live, you might be at that point where I was gone. So make sure you hit that button on your screen by my name, hit my name, and then you should see the button that says live, and then it should like bring you live. But anyway, if you're seeing it now, it's still delayed. But yeah. All right, let's move on to the last thing that I'm going to share with you guys, and I'm going to get back to work. I have to go to the post office today and get some stuff mailed out. But I'm going to open my last, it's supposed to be my last fabric haul for this capsule wardrobe stuff I'm doing. Someone mentioned that they're going through and they're cleaning up their closet. I did that a little while ago. And now with all the stuff I'm sewing, I'm wearing so much less stuff because I'm wearing like the things I'm making. And so I'm going through my closet again really deeply. And I'm actually trying on a lot of things because I'm realizing that I have a lot of things that, yeah, I like it. But this 50-year-old body is like a little bit different than the 40-year-old body was when I bought it. And so it's like, yeah, it's just not really that, I mean, it fits, but it's not really comfortable. And then, you know, I used to wear like a lot more fitted things, but you guys know, I mean, you know, the curves are still there, but I like to cover them a little bit more. And so, yeah, it's like I have a lot of like really slim fitting things. I don't know. I'm not going to wear them that much. And so I'm going again through my closet and trying to be a little bit more intentional. Then the other thing is I'm finding all these great shoes and accessories that I'm not using because I don't really have anything to wear with it. And so I'm trying to bring those front of mind also as I go through these capsule wardrobes. Like, what can I make that, you know, I can start to wear these like green suede shoes with and, you know, really awesome things in my closet that, yeah, I want to just wear a little bit more. It's also like, you know, things are opening back up. I mean, the Christmas party invitations are coming in. Hubby and I wanted to go live on the weekend, but man, my husband, he always has like a lot of like dinner things that he's invited to and, you know, with different boards and stuff that he serves on. And honestly, you know, the pandemic was a great excuse for me to be like, nah, I don't really want to go. And there were some things, especially that last year when my husband was home, I would have him take my son when my husband was home, when my son was home. I would have him take my son because those are like, I think they were important experiences for him to be like out with other business people, interacting, seeing, you know, making connections with these older professional people. And so he had a lot of great experiences with stuff like that. But now that my son's at school, like I got to get back to being the plus one. So yeah, I'm out in these streets with my husband going to different functions and stuff. And it's been fun. And, you know, especially with the timing that we moved here, I had my mom's group, my mom and kids, like a family group, Jack and Jill, that we were a part of. We transferred to the group here, and that was great for those 2 years. It was a great mother and son stuff that we got to do. My husband still is a part of the father's group. I'm a part of, we're called the associates now because my son graduated high school. So I officially graduated out, but now we have like the moms that graduated out. And so all our things were virtual, but now our things are back in person again. So I'm like getting out a little bit more. So I'm a little bit more busy, but I'm also like, oh, I can like wear my really cute shoes and all my boots and all those things that I just love. So yeah, I'm really having fun with all that. I'm gonna pop in and say a quick hi because I see the chat jumped quite a bit. And then I'm gonna do this last thing, and I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm probably gonna just pop in daily to update y'all on some things. Because like I said, if you're just joining, I told y'all in the beginning, I'm spending so much time on the computer working on my new website, working on stocking the Etsy stores, just so much stuff that like I don't want to sit down and edit videos. I'm like bursting with energy. I need to get up and like get out that seat. And so yeah, I think I'm gonna just do some standing lives to update y'all instead of recording and editing it. It's like it's because it's never gonna happen. So let me see here. I see yeah, Michelle Nichols. It's like, those that sew, it's like people who quilt hardcore, right? I mean, people who got like we all have our things, right? And so I do feel very happy that I was able to help 4 people start with like a great sewing journey, right? One girl says she wants to start a sewing business and she's going to use the sewing machine to like make her products, which I just think is so cool. So hopefully they'll update us and give us, insight into how they're using their machine. So Diane too says, I learned to sew on my mom's black singer when I got a job. The first big thing I bought was a Kenmore with cams. I love that thing. Yeah. Made by Pam. What type of machine did you give away? I gave away 4 sewing machines. One person chose that Juki. If you look back at my most recent videos, you'll see the reviews of the 4 sewing machines. I gave away 3 of them. I gave away the 2 brothers, and then somebody got the Juki, and then the 4th sewing machine is a different one. They wanted a Juki. I wasn't going to give away another Juki, but I found a comparable machine by brother that was like $100 cheaper, and I sent that to them just at my discretion because, I mean, they really weren't the winner, but I felt kind of bad because they thought they were the winner. But anyway, I think they're going to love the machine. I mean, they don't have one right now, so it's going to be a great sewing machine. Let me catch up. Nitty T, you're doing the fabric cushioned the Christmas ornaments. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. I can't remember why I packed it like that. I think that was my thought because it had a couple really precious ornaments in there. I'm ridiculous. Shirley Tucker says the sewing machine was a little bit sick. Oh, okay. Isn't that red and blue really pretty? Oh my gosh. I had forgotten about those fabrics. I have another box I'll share with you guys. That one I pulled also. It was when I first did a clean out of that. We had all these boxes just in our storage room, and so I kind of went through, put the Christmas stuff together, Thanksgiving, etc. And I found another box that has wool coating in it, and I'm like, I'm gonna show you guys. Maybe I'll show that to you guys another day this week. It's crazy. Yes, I'm back. Okay, let me see. Adele says a long sweater would be awesome for that fabric. Linda Fansler. Hey, Linda. We were talking about you earlier. Linda is one of the winners of the sewing machine. Linda, I think yours is going to be there tomorrow. I think your sewing machine is going to be at your house tomorrow. You'll have to let us know. Valerie Sanders, may you please talk about your Etsy store? You know what? Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'll talk a little bit about the Etsy store tomorrow. Come back tomorrow and I'll talk about that. Hi, Brampton. Gwendolyn Johnson, I see you now. Yeah, Gwendolyn, I think you're delayed. I hope you caught up. Hey, Bernie. Hi, Lady Cheryl. Lady Cheryl says, hey, everyone, I'm working but listening. Nitty T, yeah, it's that's all I can give right now. I mean, it's like at some point I have to be honest with myself. I don't want to turn this into like a live chat channel, but that's all I have right now. I can't sit that long. I gotta get up. Brenda Allen. Hi, Sheree and chat. How's everyone doing? I miss seeing your live chat, Sheree. How do I join your membership? Oh, Miss Brenda. You know, remember I talked you through how to join the gardening one when you join Lady Cheryl's? You have to be on your PC. I think for certain channels, like if you have like a lot of subscribers, the join button will be like right here. I'm not such person. So to join my membership, I'm pretty sure you have to be on a PC. And if you go to my homepage on a PC, then you'll see the join button. And then you just hit join and you'll go through. Make sure you're logged in on the account that you want to join with. Because I remember the first time I joined, for some reason it like created a whole new account and email. Because I don't know why. Because I have this like whole other account with the same name. But anyway, I canceled that one and then made sure I used the same email as my channel. And then I was able to join that way. So just be careful with that you put in the email address that you use for your like this, that you're logged in right now talking to me. Make sure you use that email address to join, and then you'll be able to do it. But do it on your PC, because like I said, I think I couldn't even remember the email that I had used when I started my gardening channel, and then I put in the email that I created for that gardening channel, and it just created a whole nother account, and I was just like, what? But anyway, because it's Google, it's Gmail, it links it to the email, not the YouTube username. At least that's what happened to me. So just make sure you're using the right email and that you're on a PC, and then you should be able to join. All right, let me get back in here. Okay. Hey, Linda. Yes, Linda, I'm gonna be going live randomly throughout the week. So if your sewing machine comes, you have to come in. Linda chose the Juki, y'all. Which, if I had to choose one, I probably would have chosen the Juki also. I still have all four because I have to use these 4 sewing machines for the videos that I'll be recording for this after school sewing program. So I still have all the 4 that I demoed. They're getting all new sewing machines that I ordered and sent directly to them from Amazon. But that's a $250 sewing machine, and what you could do with that sewing machine is amazing. I think the first sewing machine that I got that could do those features. Now, it did also have embroidery, which certainly jacked up the price. It was a Disney one, which jacked up the price. But it was like 10 times that amount. Like, it was very expensive. I still have it, but I don't even use that sewing machine anymore. But anyway, yes, Linda, you're going to have to come in and let us know your impressions of your new sewing machine. So thanks for joining us. Nitty T says, did you shop the fabric myself? Yes. That's what. Yes, Nitty T. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I don't even know why I check my email. I really try not to. I don't even open the Fabric Mart email, but I don't know why. I just I know why. I wanted to buy something, so I did. So let's open this box up, y'all. Let me get my scissors. Hang on. I'm blowing my nose. Let me get my scissors. And let me drink a little bit of water. Oh. I was supposed to be on here for an hour, and I'm at the hour mark, so let me hurry up. Guys. I mean, it's a small box. And Fabric Mart, they started this thing, which, again, I didn't even know for the longest time, but they started a rewards program. So if you shop there, if you go into your account, and I think it shows you when you check out, you have you'll have rewards that you can redeem. And so I had a $20 one They only let you redeem one at a time. I have a bunch, but I had a $20 one that I went on and redeemed. And I feel like it was like a 70% off sale. So let me show you what I got. We'll just go through it. I got this. Oh, this feels so good. This is a poppy red cotton lycra shirting. It says New York designer, 60 inches wide. I got 4 yards of that. This is going to go with the vintage capsule. I got a lot of prints, but I needed some solids for that. Look at that color. Y'all know how I feel about red. This is a little bit of a brighter red. So got that. It really is like the color of a poppy flower. It's beautiful. Wow. And then you guys know with the Style Arc, I bought a bunch of those like heathered knits. That's they're kind of the anchor of that Style Arc capsule wardrobe. And so there was one more color that I saw they had that I didn't get, and it's going to fit in great. See, let me show you. Where's that fabric? This is why I want to use this fabric in the Style Arc. Look at it. I think that's going to go good with that. Well, not as well. Yeah, I will. See, this is that fabric. This fabric has a lot of the colors that I'm using in that Style Arc. So I got that because I wanted to have another solid. And I don't know, I like this. You know, it's kind of a muted color for me, but I feel like it still looks, it's kind of mauvey. It says that it's strawberry red, but it's heathered. It has that black in it. It's really not strawberry. It reads more like a mauvey, like a mauve with red in it to me. So I got that to complete that. I mean, I kind of want to take y'all in my closet, but I feel kind of weird like showing my closet. But I have so much empty space in my closet right now. So that's also part of that. So I was like, oh, I want to add to that wardrobe. I mean, I'm telling y'all, I'm going to end up with like an 80% handmade wardrobe, which I'm excited about. I'm loving it. Then I got this. I don't know. This intrigued me. This is like totally different than anything that I would typically pick. And I love, oh my gosh, I love this. Oh, I'm so glad I got this. This is fern green, dark imperial blue, dark lemon lime, multi 100% linen tropical print. Look at this print. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. It has like little parakeets and monstera and fern leaves. Oh, this is going to be a fun. I got it to make a dress. I was like, this would be just such a fun dress. I'm going to make some kind of shirt dress with this. Ooh, I like it. It feels so good. Ooh. Well, I'm going to save that for last. I grabbed this because this was a linen that I had been eyeballing for a while. And I think I'm just going to make a shirt with it. I almost bought this like 6 times. Like every time the linen would go on sale, I'm like, I would almost get it. But again, I have such a habit of buying solid colored linens until that, you remember that last Fabricista project where it was like that dual woven, kind of like a purplish lavender color where it had the different, it was like purple and blue, one on the waft, one on the warp. It was like oh my Lord, I'm looking for the words. But anyway, I had a print on top of that. And I don't know, I was just like, I think I like a printed linen. I've never been a printed linen person. I always just like solid linen. And so I went on and grabbed this because this was, again, it was a part of that sale. And it's like a reddish pink, kind of a Bordeaux. It's kind of Bordeaux. I don't know. It has teal and burgundy flowers on it. Let me get close. I really like this. I'm so glad I went on and bought this. I bought it because I figured I would make like a linen top, but I might have enough to make some kind of dress. I don't know. I like the colors. I don't regret that. This I got to go with the vintage capsule wardrobe. Again, this is like totally out of my normal wheelhouse, but I thought it was fun. I think I can make something very retro looking with this. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I love this fabric. And now that I have all these different kinds of events to go to, I feel like I can make something pretty interesting with that. Look at that. This is a rayon challis. This is, I think, let me see. It says black, off-white, red, sky blue, yellow, polyester, stretchy, abstract print. It was $4.50 a yard, and I got 4 yards. I mean, this is going to be, I think, a pretty high-end looking dress for like under $20. Oh my gosh. I love this. And this is one too. You know, I went on and I got this because I'm like, oh, it's only $4. So like if it comes and it doesn't look as cool as it did, it looks even better. I feel like Fabric Mart's pictures never look as good as the fabric does in person, which is good for me. Because then I'm like not disappointed, you know? Like the colors are even brighter, even more intense than it looked. I like it even more in person. Okay, and then here's another one. Okay, wow, this is larger than I thought. But again, this is something I probably won't sew up till spring. But I wanted to have like a really bold, large-scale printed dress. And that's what I got this for. For like vacation, you know? Oh my God, this is a great quality fabric too. This is ivory forest green, black multi linen rayon blend, large floral print shirt weight. This was $7 a yard. Look at these flowers. I think this is going to be a really fun dress. I'm pretty sure about the dress actually that I'm going to make this with, but you'll have to wait to see that. And then here's the final one. This is also really interesting. This one here is definitely going to go into the vintage retro collection also. Or it could go into that third one. It would fit that third one quite well. This is, it says forest green, imperial red, off-white multi-linen rayon, abstract print shirting. This was also $7 a yard. This quality is unbelievable. And I love the colors. And can you see? It has a face in it. I thought this would be like really 90s retro. Oh, I'm going to work that out. So, that's my haul, y'all. All right, and now I really need to just get back to sewing. But I'm so in love with how all this is like coming together. My head is like full. It's full, y'all. I think I'm going to cut some more stuff out. I think I'm going to have like a sewing day on Saturday. Do I have anything Saturday night? Now, my husband be booking me for stuff. Well, that's fine because it would be in the evening. Saturday during the day, our fall has been so warm. I showed that picture of the snow. That snow melted. We had some really cold nights, like down in the low 20s. And then it just warmed back up. I mean, we had 75 like several days. Let me see. The temperature right now outside is 70 degrees. On November 1st, it is 70 degrees. The low is 39. Tomorrow's going to be 75. Thursday, 70. And then Friday, 55. And then Saturday is going to be 50, but we're supposed to get rain. So I think I'm going to dedicate Saturday as a sewing day. But this fall has just been like unbelievable. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I know winter will come. I know that I will be shivering cold and probably buried in snow. We don't get as much snow here as we used to get in Michigan, but it's the cold. I mean, it can be so, so cold. I did decide to get back into cross-country skiing because I. All right, I'm back. It's just is randomly dropping. I'm like too much for my Wi-Fi today. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I have to have like an outdoor winter sport just to like get out in the sun more. So I am going to get back into cross country skiing. I'm excited about that. But yeah, I'm going to be inside. My indoor garden was supposed to be really small this year. I actually was really only planning to grow some leafy greens, microgreens, and herbs just to have those fresh because I purposely grew so much food to store this winter. But now this after school gardening program, I haven't even updated you guys on that. That will be tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll talk more about that, update you guys on the status of that in my indoor garden. We'll talk about the Etsy store, and then I'm going to show you another couple projects that I'm working on. Because yeah, I need to get off this live. It's been an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to jump in real quick because I see some more people that I didn't see before. Let me go back up. Yeah, I feel like if I look there, then I'm getting too close. I'm going to just look on my phone, but I feel like I keep looking away. Doing this on the computer is going to be so helpful because then I can like blow up the chat and read it easier. Hey, Moving Mountains, I missed you. I missed you earlier. It's great to see you. Thank you, Cynthia Allen. She said you have some beautiful fabrics. Oh, that was when I dropped out. Let me just catch up. Oh, I was already in there. Okay. Okay, Miss Brenda. Yeah, and you have my number. You can text me if you have any issues. Just let me know. I can help you. Okay. Linda Fansler. Yes, we're going to look forward to hearing your impressions of your new sewing machine. Yes, thank you guys for congratulating Linda. That was so much fun. I was so happy that she was like that someone was there also in the live. It was so fun. I'm still behind on commenting. You're probably noticing I'm like slowly catching up. I think I worked my way through like 3 of the like 19 videos that I have to catch up on, but I'm going to keep working through those. Lady Cheryl, I understand being very busy. The lives certainly save time because you don't have to edit. I eliminate some things because I just couldn't do it all. I was getting sick. Take care of yourself. Yeah, Lady Cheryl, I'm really glad that you're feeling better. Linda Thompson says, I'm currently sewing PJs for my great-grandson. I didn't have a revelation last night. Therefore, I'm going to sew the fabric I love most first instead of, yes, we hang on to our treasured fabrics way too long, don't we? It's like, and it's funny because I'm not like that. I know people who have like nice dishes and nice candles, and I'm not like that with stuff like that. I use my dishes. This is a dish only house, no paper and plastic stuff. So we use our dishes. I use my nice dishes. I use all my nice things in the kitchen. I burn all my nice candles. If I get a really great candle and I love it, I'll just order a couple more. Um, I'm not like that. I use my things, but it's something about my fabric. It's like once you cut into it, you are committed. And I'm the kind of person, as you guys probably see, like if I get a fabric, I can think of like 30 things to make with it. And so that's also part of the problem. I need to be better about taking a pattern. And that's why the capsule wardrobing has been so helpful for me, because I feel like I'm pulling enough fabric to kind of satisfy that, like, I want to sew all the things, but I'm also like strategically committing to using that fabric for that purpose, knowing that I have all these other things that I'm also like going to be making. So I'm finding this sewing with like a capsule in mind, it's really sparking a lot in me, and it's really sparking me to use some fabrics that I probably would get in and just like put on a shelf and, you know, walk past and pat all the time and keep saying, oh, I'm gonna do this. No, I'm actually using it. And so that it actually has been really fun. So yes, Linda, pull out the fabric, pull out the good stuff, pull out 5 pieces and just pick one and sew with that, right? And then go back again. Bernie says, looks very pretty, strawberry red. Brenda Allen, very pretty fabrics. Yes, Trina, red's just a great color. It's just always been a great color. Patricia Davis is working on a pillowcase gift for my girlfriend. Oh, nice. You know, I've been sewing some pillowcases. We'll go. I have to do a home decor update too. It's like, isn't that great? You can just refresh to your taste. I'm still in the hunt for a specific fabric for my son. He loves green and blue, but he is liking purple now. So I'm looking for a plaid, a cotton plaid. It can be regular cotton or flannel, but I want it to be purple, green, and blue all in one to make him some pillowcases, because he has a green set of bedding and a blue set of bedding in college, and I want to have that, add that purple in there for him and get that for Christmas. So I've been searching. I can't find anything. I have to go look at Joann's, I guess. Maybe I'll go back to SR Harris. Look for it. Lord, I'm trying to not go back there because I saw so much stuff that I want to look at. Annette Williams, how much fabric do you purchase for your stash? Oh my gosh. I mean, to be honest, I never really purchased fabric with the intention of just putting it in the stash. Like when I see it, it's like, oh, I would make this and that. And it just kind of ends up in there. And for me, it's like the only thing I really spend my money on is fabric. You know, it's like, it's ridiculous. And so, no. And, you know, for a long time, I felt kind of funny about it. Years ago when I had a blog, I showed a pan because we were living in Germany at the time, and I had reorganized all my fabric to be color coded. So I started with white, then went to yellow and green, and just went across. So it was like a gradient. And I had this wall of IKEA shelving, and it was just filled with all this fabric. And, you know, a lot of people were like sharing their things. It's like, it's not that big a deal. And to me, I wasn't putting it up there to brag. I loved how cool the gradient looked. And there were a lot of people who came and were like, oh my God, you're so nice. But man, the mean girls came out. And they were like, why would one person have so much fabric? And this is just like, first of all, who are you? They were like screenshotting my picture, and like I saw it on a couple websites, and they were like bashing it. They were like, it was so weird. That was my first taste of like mean people on the internet. And I remember I was so surprised because I was just like, why do you even care? It was so weird. So that's part of why, like, I will never, like, I limit myself on what I share, because you'll have people who just are really yucky and horrible. And I don't need that kind of like spirit being projected back on anything that's associated with me. So there are a lot of things I would love to share, but I would never share on the interwebs because of that. Because there are like a lot of like secretly weirdo mean people. And yeah, I'm not going to give you that kind of fuel to light your evil fire. So yeah, but I love fabric. I have a really nice fabric stash, and I am not ashamed of it. Linda Fansler says, "Love the tropical linen. Do you pre-wash?" Most of the time, my linens I do, unless I know like that printed. I mentioned before I had that one linen. It's like a lilac-y purple, and it's printed on top. I'm dry cleaning that because I don't know. I didn't want to risk washing that and like something happening to the print. It was my first time. I probably could have washed a swatch, but I barely had enough to make the dress. So that's something that I know I will have to dry clean. But the rest of these, and most of the time when I work with linens and rayons, I pre-wash them and iron them, and then I cut into them because I don't like to. I'm not a fan of the process of dry cleaning. You guys know I'm a chemist. The chemicals that are used in dry cleaning, even when they say it's eco dry cleaning, they're horrible. And I don't want to support that, nor do I want my clothes drenched in that and then I'm putting it on my body. So to be honest, I avoid dry cleaning at all costs. Even my husband, you know, his professional shirts. I mean, sometimes he'll take them to the dry cleaner, but even those, like I try to wash them. That's why I invested in like a really good iron because I don't want him to have all that on his skin. And we go to a place, it says it's eco dry cleaning, but and anyway, y'all gonna have me on a rant. The chemist who's like bashing the chemical industry, I don't want to be that person. But yes, I washed them. I'm so behind. Hey, Saving Sewing with Shanice. Nice to see you. Oh, my battery's dying. That's my sign. That's my sign. Gail Williams. I love picking fabric. All right, let me skip through these. See that I miss anybody else. Nita B. Hey, thanks for joining. It's nice to see you. Hey, Carlin. Did you get your scissors? I think did you get your scissors? Let me know if your scissors arrived safely. Oh, you're telling me. I got my package in the mail. Awesome. Enjoy. It's awesome to see you, lady. Color block the fabric for pillowcase if you can't find what you're looking for. Yeah, I think ultimately if I can't, I'll probably do like a simple patchwork. But I really would prefer to make, because I want to make him a couple of them. Yes, Brampton, fabric stash shaming. You know, the gardeners do that too. They ask you like, well, what do you use? And then you tell them, and then they're like, make a video to shame you about what you use. It's so weird to me. It's just like, so now I'm just like, half the time I don't even answer. It's like, none of your business. I'm terrible. Y'all, the Sagittarius comes out sometimes, so I gotta, I gotta keep her at bay. I'm trying. It's like, y'all. Yeah, and that's another side of, I mean, again, there's some things where it's like, I have sweaters, for example. I paid a lot for them. I have to dry clean them. I hate that I have to dry clean them, but I have the sweaters and I want to keep them in a great condition. So that's for me. And I have a couple wool coats, right, that I wear a lot that I have to dry clean. My husband, of course, with his suits and stuff, I mean, he has to dry clean them. Can't wash those, but it's hard. It's expensive. I feel like they charge more for lady stuff than men's stuff, which I think is like totally ridiculous. I'm like, dry cleaning lady stuff is expensive. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta start ranting. That's my problem with lives is I'll start ranting. That's right. None of your business. It's like, oh my gosh. All right, I'm not, because it's going to turn into a thing, y'all. I'm going to just say this for anybody watching. No matter what you watch, grant the people you're watching grace, but also grant yourself grace. Like, try your hardest not to be a negative person. Especially when you're online with people who have decided to share something with you. Like, stop. It just, there are places I can't even go because it's like, I feel the negativity so much. And I'm like, how do I feel so much negativity through the interwebs? Like, it's insane. To me, it's like a joy to bring you guys here and to share something with you and to interact with you. Like, if you don't want to interact with people, like, just just be quiet. Oh my gosh, it's like, I'm surprised at how many people just want to like bring other people down. And I think that's why, I had a conversation what was it? Friday evening, I went to an event with my husband, and I was having a conversation. These folks were probably like they were like my mom, like they were my parents' age, so like a generation up. And they were talking, about the different generations and stuff like that. And I just, in defense of like my kids' generation, I'm like, imagine if we had to grow up the way they've been growing up with I say the interwebs, because it really is like, you can weave a nasty web if you're not careful here interacting with people on the internet. But you think about how they're growing up with, like, this is just how it is. I mean, my daughter has seen this happen where you could be with your friends and they'll purposely take a picture where you're like, stuck in a funny face or something that they know you would never put on. Their parents putting pictures and videos of their children doing things. And it's like, it's on the internet. It's like, why would you put that on the internet? You're like purposely trying to hurt or embarrass or shame someone. You know how easily that thing can be downloaded or screenshotted and shared, and it just lives in infinity. Like, can we just have some privacy with some things? Like, not everything needs to be shared. And they're in this world where it's like, so much is, I think sometimes they feel pressure to share everything. I don't feel pressure to share everything. I don't think that anybody has the right to know everything about me and what I do. And I don't feel like I need that from other people, right? We're here to talk about sewing and fabric and to have fun. And that's really all. That's really, I hope that that's why you're here and not to be mean. It's like, there's enough. We're all dealing with enough stuff in the real world. Let's just come on and have some fun and be light and happy. Be happy for people and be happy for each other and spread joy. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go. You guys, you know what I mean. You guys, you see it. It's like, it's so disheartening. Like, I can hardly go some places because it's just like, why are they fighting? Like, what happened? So anyway, all right, guys. I think that I'm gonna start talking right now. Let me see. What are you guys saying about this? Trolls are, they are, and it's, I used to think that they were just all bots, and then on the gardening side, I would say that, and people would be like, "No, they're real people. There were no." And to be honest, I didn't. I was like, "Nah, they don't buy it." Who's sitting? And then you realize, like, no, they are real people. They might even be people who are pretending to be friends with you, and this is their account to troll you. Like, it shocked me. So I'm like, it actually made me even more guarded. I share even less because I'm just like, listen, I know that you should ignore the trolls, but the Sagittarius in me comes out sometimes. It's just like, who are you talking to? So I have to stay out of those situations. Oh Lord. Patricia Dennis says, I'm addicted to patterns, getting all the new ones each season. That's something that I've really gotten better about. And part of it is because I've finally been going through my patterns and seeing all the ones that I have that I still haven't sewn up. And I don't know, luckily for me, a lot of the later collections, like most of the patterns that came out this year, they just didn't hit me real hard where it was like I had to have them. So I'm hoping that they continue putting out things that I don't feel like I need for a while, because that has definitely saved me. Sonia Johnson, hello. Hello. I'm gonna try to just pop on every day, every other day, just to do some quick chats until I have time to edit again. Savvy Sewing Shanice says some kids have a whole life on social. Yeah, and it's a lot. I don't know. Kids with IG accounts make me sad. Yes, I think it's a lot of pressure. Sadly, the internet is root of evil. People can be mean. They can, and I think that I'm be honest. I was pretty naive to that. I was one of those people who I didn't really think that there was so much purposeful meanness. I don't know. I just felt like, nah, these are just like some bots. Like I don't know. I was naive. I didn't think that it was like people, like real people, purposefully doing that. Holy cow! I never thought about extra accounts with friends pretending to be someone else. I'm going to don't dwell on it too much. I'm telling you, you gotta let that go. You gotta let that go. And it's like, if you think about it too much, then you'll stop doing what you really want to do, right? So I'm of the mindset, like, protect myself, by not like being too open, but moving on and having fun and trusting that the people who that I'm attracting the right people. That's all I can really do, right? Kids have too much access. Yeah, and it's like the phones, you see them secretly recording. I see some things and I'm like, why would you record that of that person that you don't know, and then you put it on the internet to make fun of them? It hurts me to the core of my being. Like, I think it is like, it's so sad that that's like what we're doing. Um, Bernie says you have to be careful in the internet streets. Yeah. It's a lot. I mean, whoever knew that there were people like that? But luckily, as you guys show, there's a lot of wonderful people. And if you get caught too much up in the weirdos, then you don't get to experience all the kind people. So, yeah. All right. I don't want to talk about that too much. It's like, that's why I got to control what I say, because then I'm like, girl, you just started a whole conversation. But anyway, Peaches says, I love seeing other stashes since I don't have one. I like seeing all things creative. And I think for me, I mean, I don't know if it's growing up as a middle kid. I don't know. I've never had a spirit of envy. It's like, I can't even process that. Like, how do you look at what someone else has and that you get green about that? Like, you like it, you don't like it, that's fine, it's your business. But I don't know. It's a spirit that I could never relate to. I grew up around a lot of people like that, and I even as a kid, I couldn't understand it. And as a 50-year-old, I can't understand it. I can understand wanting more for yourself, but I can't understanding having, like, you know to be mean and malicious towards someone else because they have something that's different than you. It's because it's different. It's not a more or less, it's different. And it may not be. Sometimes people are envious over things that they don't even want that someone else has, right? It's like a spirit that they have in them. And so anyway, I gotta stop, y'all, because I'm gonna get, this is about positivity and joy and creativity and fun. And there are two things outside of my family and my friends that bring me great joy: fabric and sewing and gardening. And so I'm not gonna let anybody, try to fart on that. It's like, you go away somewhere to your corner. You're not gonna ruin that for me. So I'm gonna be back tomorrow. You guys, anything else you want to hear about? I feel like I've shared things with you, and I have so many things I haven't updated you on. What should I talk about tomorrow? Tomorrow I'll update you guys a little bit. For anyone's interested, I'll tell you a little bit more about what's going in Etsy. I also said I would talk about something else. Ooh, I forgot. Debbie says she has trouble finding fabric for the patterns I buy. I can't imagine a fabric stash. I have to say, I've had so much fun shopping my stash with my patterns. The downside of my stash is I've been sewing for a long time. And so I have fabric that I bought like 20 years ago that I'm not going to sew it. And so I do end up with some fabric that I donate to Goodwill or I let go of. But a lot of times I'm buying pretty classic stuff that kind of never goes out of style. And then I sew a lot. I mean, as you guys, I haven't even shared with you guys probably 90% of the sewing that I do. I sew a lot. And so, if you don't sew a lot, I think you're not going to be driven to like buy a lot. You know what I mean? I know some people who they pick a project, they buy the fabric and that's it. Like they don't have a stash at all. And they sew beautiful things. They're very meticulous. My biggest problem is like I'm not so good at making those like hard and fast decisions. I wish I were better. And like I said, the capsule wardrobing is definitely helping me to be that way. And then to be quite frank, I haven't had to be. You know what I mean? Like I think if I had to, like if I had like a budget that I had to stick to, then I would stick to it. But since I don't, that's just my joy. Like there's so many things I would never just spend $200 on. And if I can spend $200 on fabric in a minute, it's like, this is just my thing. Debbie says I was at Joann's today and I think I saw the same fabric I saw last year. Yeah, there's a lot of fabric that's kind of stays there. They also, some of the stores, they get in so much of that same fabric. They'll have bolts and bolts of the same fabric. So yeah, sometimes you can actually find stuff. I try to tell you where I got stuff in case you want to look, but I mean, I probably bought this, that fabric that was in that box. That's why I know I probably bought that fabric like in 2018, before, the year before we moved here. So yeah, give us your fabric to us. Hey, I give away fabric to my channel members actually. And I gave away a lot of patterns recently. I'm going to do more giveaways soon. People can be mean. You're a kind person. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I really don't. And that's why I had to stop talking about it because, sometimes you just have thoughts. You wonder, you think about it, you feel it. But I don't. I walk away. Yeah, it's the best way to be. It really is. Annette Williams, when I go to New Jersey, I ship boxes of fabric back because the nearest fabric store is 50 miles away one way. Oh, wow. See, that's how I got into online shopping because where I lived in Michigan, the only place really to buy fabric was Joann's. And And so, I would want like different kinds of fabric. And so I started shopping online at Mood Fabric and then fabric.com. Those were the two main places. And their pictures are pretty realistic, um, pretty well color matched. And they do the close ups where they do the texture. Move Fabric will do the video so you can see kind of the flow. And then because I had an online fabric store, like I know the camera settings to show the real color. Like I know that when I take a picture and I put it on Etsy, that's actually what the fabric looks like. So you kind of gain an eye for that. Now, not every store is always going to take the best pictures, but I find I have not run into too many issues, even with people, other Etsy stores. Because when you're taking the picture, you can see, that's not true to the color, and you can kind of adjust it. So I personally haven't had a lot of issues. I think also because I buy the same fiber content over and over again. So I'm pretty familiar with what that is going to be like and feel like. Every once in a while, right, you'll get something that's like, and you can use it for a lining or something, right? But I personally have pretty good luck with shopping online. Hey y'all, I'm back. I totally forgot that my iPad was dying. Like I totally forgot that I told you guys my iPad was dying. So let me get this phone. Um, I'm on my phone now. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't have the mic set up, but I'm just going to do this so we can wrap up appropriately. And then I'm going to go because I really was only supposed to be on here for an hour. And I started ranting, which, I had no business doing. I had absolutely no business doing. And that's what I get for ranting. So I'm gonna set this up. Let me see the comments. Okay, yes, you guys can hear me. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap this up because it was longer than it was supposed to be. But I got to share my new fabric with you guys. I will not be ranting anymore. If anyone sees me going off on a tangent, say Sheree, don't rant. And and I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Bernie reminded me I'm supposed to talk about the after school gardening program, so I'll update you guys on that. I will talk a little bit about the Etsy store, and then I'm going to show you another fun project that I'm working on. Okay. All right, guys. I hope you guys are well. Stay positive. Look for joy. Sow something beautiful if you can. Get outside in the sunshine. Watch uplifting things. Avoid negativity, ranting, right? And yeah, just we have to, I feel like we have to work even harder right now to keep our spirits up. We're going into that time of year where things can feel heavy. There's so much going on in the world, right? That's so heavy. So I know for me at least, like I'm purposely avoiding certain things that can get me like all in my head and all in my feelings. And I'm doing what brings me joy. Boom. Buying fabric and sewing. And sowing some seeds. I'm watching all my little seeds germinate upstairs. And every time I walk past, I smile. I run my little fingers across the top of the seedlings, petting them. Like really, we have to work extra, 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 extra hard to control the energy around us, and to make sure we take responsibility for the energy that we're putting out, right? Like someone comes at you negative, you go back at them 10 times more positive, right? That's what I'm going to try to do, because there's a lot going on in the world, but we can counter that with joy. Yeah. Positive thinking. Exactly. Exactly. Listening to, I've been in here. That's a part of why I can't record certain things too, because I've been in my sewing room with my music on. I've been having so much fun. Like I've been in here dancing, y'all. I mean, I've just been like, I've been so full. I've been so full. And that's part of why too. It's like I can't really record myself because I'm such a clown in here. I'm such a clown in here. Like I cleaned up finally, and so I have this whole open space in here. And I've been taking little breaks while I'm working, and I've been searching for line dances. Because we have a couple parties that I'm gonna be going to, and I'm like, I have a couple line dances. Because I went to an event, my Jack and Jill event, and they put on this one song, and there's like this new to me line dance, and all my mama sister friends started hitting it, and I was like, oh, I have to get off the dance floor because I don't know that one. So YouTube is a great place to find line dances. So I'm trying to learn a couple more line dances so I can be ready for the party. And I've been taking these breaks and then I've been really forcing myself to get in my daily exercise. Maybe that's something I'll talk with you guys tomorrow, um, about two things that I picked up, to help me kind of monitor my health. Yeah, Sonia, I need to stop talking. All right. Sonia just called me out for still talking. I'm going to go, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? Have an awesome, awesome, joy filled day. Bye.